Welcome, everybody, to the Journeymen Lounge podcast.
You better be praying to God because, you're 14 and losses in a row. You're going to need Jesus.
Am I wrong?
I thought you were pretty wrong, yeah.
Welcome to the Journeymen Lounge podcast, episode 121. We are back at it, Woj,
Ryan.
And Bobby.
and we are talking about Chicago sports. We got a couple of things in the background here. We're in the midst of a move, relocation, so we'll get on to that in a hot minute. But I love NBA trade deadline. Just a lot of movement. I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but Ryan, obviously in full Bulls attire here.
No pants. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you? Let's just get right into it because it's hot. It's hot off the presses. What do you think about the Bulls' recent moves? You can either describe them or you can. I'll tell you what.
We're even more guard heavy now than we were before.
I know.
Let's see. Positives. Got rid of Vooch. Got a good value back in Simons. He's a scorer.
Anthony Simons.
I think that's a good pickup. He can't really do much on defense, kind of like a Zach LaVine type, but can score like him. So, and, granted, he's not like our main guy. So I think having that as an option to go along with like Gady and other people will hopefully be good. And either way, his contract expires at the end of the season. So it's kind of to me like, well, honestly, all the Bulls moves they made, I think, or if not most of them, were guys who are on expiring deals or, in the process of getting a new contract. Is kind of like a tryout. I think they're doing, I don't know, one or two things or both. I don't know if they're just throwing shit against the wall and seeing what sticks or but in general, it seems like they're trying to create money for this offseason potentially to do something. I don't know what, like if they're going to try and trade for somebody or do a sign and trade or there's a big free agent. I'm not sure. Like it's like, like not LeBron, but like someone like that back in the day. I don't know. Otherwise, maybe they're just trying to see like acquire young talent, like guys who have shown promise in other places, but for some reason they just have another guy in front of them, like Jaden Ivey with Cade Cunningham in Detroit, or whatever, and maybe seeing if they work out here, then they'll offer him something, and if not, then they'll have plenty of money to spend elsewhere. I don't know. I think as far as this season goes, though, we really are in the front court hurting. Well, I think our tallest player is like 6'11". We got the guy from Phoenix.
6'7".
No, the guy we just traded Dang for the guy from Phoenix. Nick Richards or something. He said Richards. 6'11".
Oh, 6'11",
so
maybe.
He's like our tallest guy now. Collins is out for the year. We got that Lars Ulbrich or something. What's his name?
Lars Ulrich.
He's like 6'8".
Ulbrich.
Matis is like our tallest guy right now, currently, I think, available. Or what's that? Or that one guy we got from the Knicks.
Gershon Yabusele.
He might be like around the same height.
Yeah, they're not a tall team at all, and the separating of Vooch it was going to happen at the end of the season anyway.
Right.
And to me, I'm almost fine with sacrificing size now because Vucevic was just a drain on the entire team, just of how he played is like kind of slow ball. And Billy Donovan, dude, really, really believed in him. Like, he was going to him all the time. You're the all-star. This is what you want to, we got to do. Feed him the rock, get him going, all this shit. It never materialized. So, to me, I'm like, I thank God he's gone. Like, it's just, he needed to go. The Bulls need to kind of reassert themselves. What the fuck is happening?
The problem, what? Oh.
Yeah. I'm saying about what are the Bulls trying to do?
We don't know what they're doing, what their plan is, and also, I think we talked about it. How you not get rid of Patrick Williams in one of these deals?
I was about to drop that.
Someone, anything. Or maybe the one just wanted him honestly because his contract is so ridiculous that they were like, "Fuck you, we're not taking it." But I don't know. Maybe take someone else's trash for our trash and see if we can turn trash into treasure type of deal. But obviously they didn't do it.
You got Jaden Ivey now, new addition. You have Ousmane Dieng. You have
Simons,
Anthony Simons, and then we had Conley for a 2-second stop. He passed right over Chicago, and then he got traded.
We got Colin Sexton for trading him and Kobe White.
Him and Kobe White for
Colin Sexton and
Colin
two
Sexton.
second-round picks or 3.
So we got a second-round picks there. We also had Herder went early.
That was in the Ivy deal. And
Yeah.
he went with Sarge, who we just got.
And Sarge had not even stopped in for a Portillo's hot dog. That sucks, dude.
I thought you weren't allowed to do that. I thought that was like the Stepien rule or something. Because in 2K, when you play, I don't know if this is, again, I was talking to Serge about this. When I play a franchise, I turn that shit off so I can do that, like make a trade right away with the guy I just got.
Right.
There's a like a or like a setting. And I thought it was called like a real rule, like this thing, the Stepien rule or something like that, where you can't trade a guy after just acquiring him. But the Bulls clearly just did that 2 times, so I guess that's not a real thing. I don't know.
Well, no, a lot of teams did it this season, and then also Conley is somebody who, if your original team can claim you if you go to waivers and then hit free agency.
Yeah.
So it ends up being that the Bulls, forgetting fucking somebody else that we got.
So the first one was Sarge, and we got Sarge and 2 second-round picks for Emmanuel Miller. Then we got Ivy and Mike Conley, and we traded Herder and Sarge, who we just got. Then we sent Vooch and a second round to Boston for Anthony Simons in a second round. Then we did Kobe White to Charlotte, and we got Kobe White and Mike Conley, who we just got, for Colin Sexton, Osmain, Jang, and 3 second-round picks. Then we sent Io DeSumo to Minnesota.
Yeah,
We got Rob Dillingham, who's like a top, I don't know, lottery pick, or is he?
Yeah, it was a lottery pick.
Yeah.
Like eighth overall.
Leonard Miller, I don't know who that is, and 4 second-round picks. Then we gave them Io and Julian Phillips. Then we traded Dale and Terry finally, or Dalen, or Dale, I don't know. I don't know how to say anything. We got that guy from the Knicks, Gershon Yabusele. He used to be on the Celtics, I believe.
No, Sixers.
Oh, okay. And then we traded him for Nick Richards from the Suns.
Yeah.
I feel like this is almost like that It's Always Sunny episode where he's trying to like show Mac. He's like this person to this person, like with all the lines. There is no.
My thing is like some of the trades I like and some I didn't. I mean, I kind of like them trying things, but at the same time, I'm like, Kobe White, could we have got more? We couldn't get a first-round pick for Kobe White, not one.
I don't think the play supported it at the beginning of this season. Last season he was on fire.
Sure, not this season.
You know, Kobe in La Flama Blanca or whatever Stacey King would call him. But Kobe White was able to like really turn it on last year. He got hurt this year, and then now the first-round pick, even though it goes to a lot of teams in these situations where you're like, how did you get a first-round pick for this asshole? Or, you know, you don't get enough for a Luka trade type shit.
And the Wizards just gave up 2 firsts and shit for Anthony Davis. And, like, granted, he's a big name, but still, like, we couldn't get, like, one number one for Kobe, or no number ones for anybody we traded.
We got all second-round picks.
Which are useless picks, and they're going to sell them like they always do.
And, you know, to me, man, I'm looking at this going, you're for sure appearing to tank, appearing to go, we need to rebuild. But
That's fine.
The way in which we're stacking guards again, like it's fucking 2018, 19, where we had like all these aging guards. I think Rondo was on it for a minute. You know,
That's like 16,
16?
17.
Okay. But, you know, it's just right in that range where like we just had all these like old guards step in. I thought Conley was going to be the next one where you're like, we got Mike Conley. Great. Like, what is he going to do? Like,
I don't know. I feel conflicted because traditional basketball is like, why you have so many guards? But the way they play in the NBA today,
That's exactly where I was going.
it's
I was
positionless basketball. So it's like a lot of teams play
over 40%
3 or 4
of shots
guard
are
lineups, or maybe, or you know, like they'll have like they list like certain guy that like Jason Tatum's a power forward. Like Jason Tatum came in the league as a shooting
small
guard.
ball.
So it's like, you know, I don't know. Like, I think it's good that we got young talent to see what they can do. And if someone sticks out, then we can hopefully re-sign them like Ivy or Simons or whatever. And if not, at least they're shaking things up, I guess. But it's just like, again, some of the trades I wish we could have got a little more like Kobe. Like, I like Sexton. I think he can be solid. He's a good defender.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wish we got like 3 second round. I mean, the Bulls just second round picks are just useless, and the Bulls frankly just don't do anything with them. They usually sell them or trade them, or it's like, what are we going to do with those second round picks? I question that, and still like we do need someone to play center, so it'd be nice if we got a little like sign somebody, or I don't know, like who's like we have Smith
Yabusele, who I no offense, but he's kind of like Stan Podolak from Space Jam. He's kind of like I'm not fat, like, but I'm slow, and I'm really slow, and I don't score, and I'm like, what is it you say you do
here?
If we're gonna play with this type of lineup, then we need to play like up tempo and like really get up the court fast, spread the floor, because we don't have any rebounders or like low post game.
That's what I was gonna kind of poke the small ball theory in, is like it can work, you can score a lot of points, but nobody can rebound on the goddamn Bulls. So it's like you're
losing possessions for that.
You're trying. I mean, we got Mac McClung playing right now.
That's just because the guys haven't all come from the trades yet.
True, but I'm just saying we need to play this guy, who, albeit fine player, I don't know more than he's been on the internet for a while and just gave up a foul, 2 points. I mean, to me, it's just like we have no true superstars on the team on the court.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, Giddey can be, but he's hurt right now.
He can be, but it's not an all the time.
Matis, I think, will be. I mean, he's on the come up.
Yeah. But, I mean, I'm just saying these moves are puzzling, and I kind of go like, are you trying to do this? And if it is, like, commit. Let's just go and tear it down and build it up again. But this middling thing had to end, so I'm kind of only just thankful just for that.
That's what I was wondering.
There's no way we're going to be in a play-in team with this group of guys, and it's no offense to them. It's just the talent isn't there, and the Bulls need to like prepare now for the future. We need to get a young gun. I mean, Cooper Flagg is like, people call him generational. That fucking stupid term.
I don't know much about.
He's doing pretty decent. I mean, I wouldn't say generational, but decent.
I just say I don't know as much about basketball currently, like the rosters that they used to. Like I used to know everybody, every person on the team, what they're capable of. Now I'm kind of like I don't really watch anymore. So like this Dillingham guy, is he any good, or like what's? I mean, I know he's a top 10 pick.
Yeah, he's not. He just hasn't had any playing time, and they have good fucking guys up in.
We have better been suited keeping Io. Like Io's solid.
Well, I mean, this is the sending off of both of those guys. I end up going, why would you send off both when you could build one up to be like, to me, Io is the better choice, just with the contract of like, we can offer you more money, but Kobe White's probably going to get like 18 million in, from his next deal with the Hornets.
Like Kobe, but I kind of expected him to be gone.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was a 7-year player, and he just didn't hit the breakthrough to the ceiling. You saw like shades of it, but then it was like, dude, you need to like have those 40-point games. You need to be like, hey, I can dish the ball as well.
I don't know if him and Giddey always like vibed well when they're in like together, like they took away from each other more than helped. I feel like I don't know.
Could we just assume, and I'm going to throw this out there as a blanket statement, we're going to be vanilla for the next 5 years, 6 years?
What do you mean by vanilla?
Vanilla, we'll win some games. We're never going to be a playoff.
Bland, yeah.
Bulls have always been vanilla.
We're vanilla rice. I mean
since
whatever
D-Rose.
D-Rose, yeah.
D-Rose was...
we had sparks, but, man, I think like based on the talent we got, and to the point that you said, a lot of second-rounders, and that was my fire out of the cannon. Do you think that what is the bleed off from a top round pick to a second round in the NBA?
And you can find second round talent. It's just like we don't, and then I don't know. It doesn't happen all the time.
The lack of good first round picks. I mean, Patrick Williams was 4. That's probably the worst example of like an early round pick that didn't pan out for the Bulls lately. But if you're middling in the table, dude, you're getting like the 15th pick or the 12th pick or something like that, and that's killing it, because in the NBA draft, I feel like, I mean, most drafts is like front loaded to the degree that like these 3 guys, you pretty much put them in any situation, you should see them produce in some way.
Right.
We're getting the guy that's like, you need a specific situation to address those skills, like a winger that we can get him going downhill.
We can get lucky like we got with Matis. He was like the 13th or something, or what was he, 10th?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
there's got to be some gems in
like,
there.
you got to just, I mean, you have to be good at evaluating talent, and then you also have to have good talent development,
Well,
which I question both.
Right.
So I don't, you know.
Yeah, I bring up management again of like, you know, it's a step in the right direction, but it's like, it's also, we want to be competitive. Like, let's make some moves to be competitive. You can be aggressive at the free agency turn in the season, the deadline, because there are teams that are just like sending people just for cash consideration. Like, they need to get the books right. So you can always pick up talent. That's why I'm also kind of always odd of like, why don't teams always try and do deals at like the deadline of any league? It makes no sense to try and like, hey, I can improve my assets, I can do whatever, but as you said before, the second round picks, what do you turn 12 second round picks into? Is that
like, I don't know, not really, teams aren't coveting second round picks.
Is that worth like a one first round
like,
for every 6?
Like, I'll give you 10 second round picks for a number 1. I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I don't know, like,
I don't understand the
Do you think the talent pool is shrinking, honestly, for, you know, NBA?
No. I think the damn it, I fucking forgot.
Sorry,
that.
I
no, that's all right, man.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I would just say that the problem is that they get just they play less time in school, or, you know, whatever. A lot of them come out early, so like it's less seasoning, less like, you know, getting stronger and more like growing into your body. It just takes more time. You just do it in the NBA. It just takes you know, and then I don't know, and like just the way that people play basketball growing up now is just different. Like the way that it's played and the what you know, how we grew up.
Because I guess you know what, I have a bias because I saw some of the talent coming in early '90s, even mid '90s. I'm like, man, there's some real, you know, studs across the board for all of it. And now it's like, yeah, we get 1 or 2. Or
I mean,
3.
it's more now, just a lot more potential. Like when in the '90s, you'd have more seasoning. I said like 3-4 years of college, or at least 2. And they'd be more ready to play now in the NBA, whereas now maybe like they might need a year or more to get.
So you're thinking a little bit more prep work would fix this in a little bit.
Like look at like even like Giannis, like took him like a couple years to turn into like a talented player, but first he was a project player. But you can find guys like that. You know, Matis is kind of like that, but you know, where he's like a freak athlete and they're like fine tuning him into like a better basketball player.
I think the athleticism increases so much that the development time for some of these guys, like Wemby, is going to be a fucking superstar. Like within the next
already,
4 years, he's going to be averaging like 30 and 15. I'd see it coming, but that athleticism gives less time that you need to like really develop and work at it. But I mean, I'm going to sound cliche, but like the basketball IQ of this is where I think the Bulls a lot of time are lacking. Like the players that they get, you get like one savvy veteran or something like that, but then the majority of the time we got like these younger guys. You need to slow the game down, and you need to do like and Billy Donovan to me is also like you said before, vanilla bland. Like he's bland. He's a fine coach. He's kind of middle of the road as well in my book, but like we just need to hit the reset button, and we're good with it.
And they kind of are, basically.
That's
but
what
I'm saying let's fully do it. Let's strip the whole thing down to the studs and
I mean,
you're saying fire sale the whole thing.
They kind of already did.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, I thought Woj was going to be excited about this because of so much movement.
I mean, I'm happy they did something. At least we didn't just stay in pat and do nothing. I mean, if it doesn't work out, whatever, at least they tried something. Like I said, I question maybe some of the value they got for some of the moves, but making the moves I like seeing.
Right. I'm talking management going. I know we talked about like the lack of movement with that, but I'm just saying like that's what I'm saying. Stripping it down to the studs. You fire the GM,
get rid of
fire the coach, you fire the scouting staff, and you start over.
Yeah, well,
I would love to see that.
I mean,
would you love to see that?
Didn't they just extend all of them?
I know that's what this is my pipe dream of like if you're gonna hit
happen.
If you're gonna push the igniter down on the TNT,
Jerry Reinsdorf was notoriously cheap.
No, I
He's
know.
not going to pay all these people while he just extended them and then pay new people. He rarely does that. I just don't see it. A nice dream, though. I agree with you.
100% a pipe dream, and it's gonna be the dark ages. I've told a couple of people that today. I'm like,
It's gonna be the dark ages.
get ready, Bulls fans, because this is gonna be a tough winter into a tough summer. And then
I mean, Billy Donovan's been a good coach in the past. I don't know why he can't do it now. He won 2 college championships at Florida. Got the Thunder to the playoffs and the finals. Right? Or no, that was Scott Brooks. But he
either
took,
way,
he took the Thunder to the playoffs. He took
Either way.
they were
Either
a
way.
contending team,
Yeah.
or whatever. He's got some experience of success. It's not like for me, like when we had Fred Hoiberg, I'm like, I just fucking hate this guy.
Hoiberg
He's terrible.
didn't understand how the NBA is
Or
played.
When we had like Vinny Del Negro, same thing. Like this guy is a joke. Like at least like Billy Donovan's like a coach. Like I don't know, but can we have a better one? Absolutely.
Yeah, I would like to see like the fast forward button right now, just to see like what's the next like 7 months or so, because this season is like, yes, are we in the 10th in the East? Woohoo! Where are we going to be at the end of the season? Probably not in the playoffs. I'm just throwing that out
I don't
there.
think the ownership cares.
They don't.
They just like they sell tickets, they sell merchandise, and they're like they're fine. Like we're gonna be somewhere between 7 and 10, and we just don't care. And hopefully we'll get lucky and we'll draft somebody like Derrick Rose, and then we'll get good, or Michael Jordan, or whatever. But that's a shitty thing. It's annoying as a fan. I don't know. We never been really a team. Like this is the most moves we made. I feel like that I've seen as a Bulls fan. Like most trades at one time. Usually it's like one trade, or maybe they'll sign one free agent. Like I think what the biggest free agent we've ever signed was like Ben Wallace. And he was terrible. Our lifetime, I'm trying to think of like a bigger one. A Boozer, I guess, was kind of big. He was like kind of the fallout though from what was left over in that free agency. Pau Gasol was aging, but that was a nice. But like we don't really tend to like Dwayne Wade, again, aging player. Like we don't really tend to sign big time players and make big trades. We're like, oh, like the Bulls got like James Harden or something, like or someone like I don't want him. I'm just saying
James Harden been around the block.
Yeah, I don't want him.
No, but you're saying a young James Harden.
But I'm saying there's all these NBA players who are disgruntled and teams make moves for them, like Durant or Irving or whatever, and sometimes it pans out, sometimes it doesn't. Like Antetokounmpo for this year,
Well, he stayed put
for now, right?
But he's gone in the summer.
So it'd be nice. Maybe wants to go all in on something.
I would say you can go all in on somebody, but you have to make the investment into the future. Like this is why the signing of veterans to be like your focal point, which Vooch I would say firmly falls into this, is like you signed him when he was already good. Orlando, I would say he already peaked, and then he's on the come down. You sign him, you use him as a focal point of the offense. Powell. A little bit. I mean, Pau was still a great player overall and knew when to dish it, when to try and score and stuff like that. But, like, these guys are getting, we need that center position, I think, is going to be so crucial. Like, to just get somebody who's dominant down low, rebound the ball.
We haven't had that in decades.
But also scoring. You have some of these centers that can score even, like, 12 to 15 but get like 18 rebounds. Like that's what I'm looking for.
Are you looking for like an Abadayo or whatever his name is?
Put some respect on Joakim Noah's name. He was a good center.
It's a great center.
Not offensively
great center.
the best.
But that's what I'm talking about in this situation is the
leadership, defense, rebounds.
All right. Yeah,
loose
he's
balls.
talking about big, like the whole package, though.
I'm just saying, you were like, we haven't had a guy in decades. We had Joakim Noah. We had a guy.
I'm saying in terms of who can do it on both sides of the ball, but more again like a dominant type of guy, which again, even the centers of the 90s, the centers of the 80s.
Bulls have never had, I don't think, a dominant
I mean,
center.
Artis Gilmore way back in the day was fucking pretty good, but that was 19,
that's it. Everybody else is not really.
Nobody dominated. I mean, we had the Turkish Hammer, Mr. Omar Ashik.
I mean, was Horace Grant more of a power? He was a power forward, not center.
It was a joke, by the way. If anybody
Dennis
knows
Rodman,
Bulls.
power forward, not center.
You're right.
All those teams.
I think if Dennis Rodman went center, but you're right.
The centers weren't
power forward.
weren't good.
And again, he couldn't score to save his fucking.
No, he couldn't.
He had one game where he had like 0 points and like 32 rebounds.
I'll take that though. I'll take
It's fucking
rebounds
insane.
all day, baby.
It's like one of the craziest stats of all time.
Just feed the ball to the guy who can't score.
All right, maybe we'll do a little bit of homework
All right.
for next week. Just go out and find a really odd stat, like a stat line where you're like, this day in history, this guy had blah, 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 whatever sport.
Those stupid ESPN stats, like,
Sure.
He's the only quarterback 35 in 6 months to have 10 completed passes in a row on a day where it's 63 degrees.
Right,
and
exactly.
under,
Some random bullshit.
Nah, dude,
I love that.
the one that gets me is when it says, like, he is tied for 4th all time in the, it's like, amount of yards thrown on Sundays at 3 p.m. It's like, okay, you're tied for 4th. If you ain't first, you're last. Like, just wait until it gets to that point.
Stupid stats.
So, I mean, again, for the Bulls, man, I think the Bulls are kind of, if I'm being honest, I want to talk about them week to week, but they're kind of coming down into the pit where the Hawks are in the Chicago check-in circle.
I mean, one quick more Bulls thing.
Sure.
I know he probably won't be on the team for much longer, but this Yuki guy is fucking awesome.
Yuki Kawamura.
He's undersized, but he plays with so much heart and effort.
He's like John Stockton.
He is the shortest Bulls
Yeah,
player
he's
to
tiny.
put a jersey on.
Dude, but look at his effort. It's like fantastic. I mean, like, I know, if we could have him on the team just for like a roster on the roster at the end of the bench.
He's
that
not
would-
getting many rebounds, but at least he's out there.
When
He got
he's
6 the other
when
day.
he's in though, like he gets people like the ball in good spots. Like he's a smart player. Like I think it's good to have a player like that who is smart and shows effort and like can hopefully like bleed to other players like where they're starting.
Okay, so kind of like a little bit of a spark. I get
Yeah,
it.
like or at least if he's in the practice, he can like show them stuff, and like maybe make them work harder, like Rudy or something. You know what I mean? Like
Rudy.
this fucking guy, stop practicing so hard, motherfucker.
I mean, I think he has to, being 5'8".
He is like the Bulls' Rudy, basically.
Yuki running the break.
Look at this, I'm
gives it to
saying.
Matas.
That's what I'm
What's
saying,
up,
dude. He drew
That's
two
cool.
guys, sick pass right to him.
I mean, it's weird. It's like Ryan should be working for the Bulls right now. Hey, guys, just do this, and then just score a point.
Or you could just
Fuck
see when you watch basketball for a long time, you can see who brings it and who doesn't. Even though he's undersized, like it's like, I mean, not like a Peyton Pritchard or something like, but like obviously he's shorter than him, but something like that where it's like, damn, this guy can hoop despite his come
Way
up
to get up there. There you go.
I got you, man. But yeah, the Bulls. I mean, the lone bright spots kind of looking forward because there's some guys again that I pull for as like this would be cool to see. Jaden Ivey is one guy that I'm like,
yeah,
I hope he pans out. Like
I'm
he's still
excited for
super
that.
young,
yeah.
and it looks like he's actually playing shape. Let me put it that way, because he had an injury like his rookie year, and then
Yeah.
kind of been, I think, missing a couple games here and there.
Well,
But
Kate Cunningham started getting really good, and that probably log jammed a little bit. The position.
yeah, shooting guard, but I think they went with somebody else too. I don't know the fucking Pistons shit, but no, I'm just saying I'm gonna check in with the Bulls, but it's really gonna be Blackhawks.
Oh, dear.
Same area. They're muddling around, and I say that every week. I just spit out of my mouth. But like the Hawks are just same thing. I'm like, let's wait to have some news, and then we'll report the news.
The Hawks, they've been letting up a lot of goals, though. That's
Dude,
one thing I've been
yeah.
noticing. Their defense is lax, and their goalkeeping is just middle of the road tops.
It's absolutely like the Bulls of a few years ago, where every time I would check the fucking game, I'd be like, they're down 30? How the fuck are they down 30 again? Turn the game off.
Another assist for Yuki, by the way. You guys doing work.
No, I know. Excuse me. So I'm just saying, though, is like the Hawks just are getting blown out in most games, and I'm looking like, Jesus Christ, man, down 4-0 again. Okay, down 6-2.
Yeah, that's rough.
I mean, it's just like, again, I want Connor Bedard to be like get better, but it's tough to watch a hockey game when they keep letting up 3 goals in the first,
period. Yeah.
period and a half.
You know what? Maybe call that across the board for Chicago. You guys, maybe not the Bears, obviously, but we don't have thugs. We really don't have any like thugs or like think about it, like defensive strong team.
Yeah, you can say it that way.
Sure, like it's not like they walk into the Bulls like, oh, we're gonna get some bruises.
Well, no one plays like that anymore, though.
You can't play as tough as you really want to, but there are guys in the league like Jalen Duren on Detroit is like a bigger type of guy. You don't really want to go into the paint when Jalen Duren's there because he might fuck you up. Bulls haven't had that except for Joakim Noah, obviously, respect.
But I'm just saying,
But-
like, I'm looking at him. I think the average weight of the guys out there got to be like $175 or something. Like, I want some guy who's like 220 or 225, and it's like 6 foot, like 8, and it's like you're not coming in, like, or like 240 or something. Like, you ain't getting center on me, you know. I would like that. That's all. I want a monster.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, we're done with the Bulls.
Yep, we're done with the Bulls.
Done
Let's talk.
with the Blackhawks.
Let's talk about the upcoming Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to call it the big game if you're in media, but nobody's fucking watching this shit.
Big
so.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our 122 subscribers.
124, I believe.
Oh, we
now,
got
so
to.
shout out.
Hey, all right. We appreciate you other two. Thank you.
Whatever you want to call it, the championship game.
Yep.
Is
being held in San Fran, Seattle, New England.
Yeah, Patriots against the Seahawks, and
There it is.
I don't see a way in which the Seahawks defense doesn't shut down Drake May, have him fumble a bunch and turn the ball over because he's a second-year player. But I would like to be pleasantly surprised, I guess. Like, you know, a shootout would be fun to watch in the Super Bowl because last year's was such a letdown. You know, what was that? The Kansas City Eagles, right? Where
The
it was
Eagles
like
spanked them.
30-something to 16 or some shit. So I'm just looking again. I'm looking for a good game. But who would you guys say is your out of the gate, like hands down, like this is who's going to win the game? I'm confident in this.
I mean, I'm not confident in it, but I'm gonna say New England's gonna pull it out. I think. I don't know. Seattle's got a really good defense, and New England did struggle against Denver with Jared Stidham playing, so that makes me uneasy. I don't know. It's not like stats or anything. It's more just like a gut feeling where it's just like they're gonna reboot the
whole New England
winning and Drake May. And he was my fantasy quarterback, so I know he's fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
if
great this year.
Sam Darnold has a bad game, you know,
That's
the real
a big question mark there.
And New England defense isn't bad. They got
No,
good
they're not
players.
bad.
Christian Gonzalez is one of the best cornerbacks. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Mike Vrabel's a good coach. He's been to many Super Bowls. Obviously, won 3 or whatever. Been a part of those. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like Seattle being favored is not good for them. I feel like that works against them. Where like New England's got, you know, they're getting the whole underdog thing. I'm sure Mike Vrabel's pushing that mode or narrative, and like it would not shock me if New England won. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not like I guess I'm against that, the whole thing that yes, Seattle's favored, but rightfully so. But the big question mark is Darnold. You have a guy who needs to be a game manager. I think that's all you want and expect of him at that point. Is I don't expect you to do 350 yards, 4 touchdowns, you know, and basically a Drew Brees the situation. No, we need you to be like Peyton Manning in his second championship, where all you have to do is not turn the ball over. You do that, we win.
I think your question mark lies in the fact that Darnold has not been super consistent aside from the stretch when he was like considered an MVP and he was slinging the rock. But the Seattle defense is like getting them there.
Good.
To me, I look at it the way in which they've had turnovers, but then also just like stop the run in some of these games that are just like it's over. Like that San Fran game where Seattle I think was like 40 to 6 or something like that, 36 to 6. Like completely eliminated them. I can see that happening because the Patriots team, yes, you have Drake May, he's good, but you don't trust the rookie factor. Like I don't see.
Thank you. A little bit of that.
I don't
Is
see
that a rookie?
I'm sorry, not the rookie, second year,
younger guy.
sorry.
You're fresh in the league still.
No,
You don't
doesn't-
discount that at all?
No, wouldn't bother me if Caleb was in the Super Bowl. Why should it bother me if Drake May's in the Super Bowl?
I think they're more careless. That's the thing. Is
Okay.
He's got shown his poise. He's played like a veteran. He's one of the best quarterbacks this year. I mean,
you know?
he's better than Sam Darnold.
Yeah, fair.
Okay. You're just going head to head. Just quarterback.
I mean, you got Travion. Who knows? He could break one out. You know, like I mean, a lot of Seattle stuff is predicated. They're like Seattle. Like I said, is like they're like the Bears when we were in the Super Bowl, where like probably like a better version of us.
Oh yeah.
But I'm saying like in like Rashid Shaheed is their Hester, right?
Yes.
Where he's like return guy, get him on a gadget play, maybe spark some offense, but that's not a guarantee necessarily. Like if you shut that down, that's probably like going to hurt them. And they have good running game, obviously, with Ken Walker and stuff. But again, he, as you know, having him earlier in the year, granted Charbonnet was partially the part of the reason, he doesn't always have the best games. So you can stop him.
I mean, Charbonnet is literally. I'm citing him as part of the reason I got Sacco in that fucking league is because he vultured like 9 touchdowns of the year from
fair.
Kenneth Walker, the classic. I'm gonna get
All the way to
60
the
yards.
2-yard
I'm gonna get like
line.
60 yards on this fucking drive, and then Charbonnet punches it
I
in.
think
I'm like,
if New England, if Christian Gonzalez shuts down JSN, which is not out of the
that's a
realm of
high
possibility,
ask.
or at least keeps him, contains him,
Sure.
that's a big part. That's their guy, and you can limit or stop Ken Walker and make everyone else beat you. You have a good chance, I think. And it just like how is then it comes down to how is Drake May and the offense going to perform against that Seattle defense. But I think they're capable. Like I wouldn't like.
You bring up 2 factors though. You pressure Darnold via a gap up the middle. He's not a mobile quarterback. He could make mistakes. Now, the one thing that I was always concerned with, New England plays a very, I'd say, aggressive defense. They like to go man coverage. They like to blitz. They like to put 8 in the box, and maybe do a drop back coverage for one of the like. They like to kind of turn up the heat. But the only thing that could really hurt them, and I'm going to flip the script a little bit. Yeah, you're going to have one of the better corners on Smith and Jigba, but guess who's still there? Kupp. Kupp could still catch the ball. I think if they utilize Kupp and create some one-on-one situations, I trust Kupp. He might not have the same dynamic, but if you start to have them question or at least gaze their eyes over at Kupp and try to check down 2 of them, it's going to create opportunities.
He could definitely do that, but if Cooper Kupp beats me, so be it. That's fine.
yeah, I think Cooper Kupp has the.
I'd rather live with that than JSN just torching me up and down the field.
I'm just saying that they like to play man. They play aggressive, so that's the only way I could see New England really getting burned if the guy does a double move or something progresses because they like to really bring the heat. So I'm excited about it.
There's definitely some potential there for Darnold to be able to sling it. I mean, he's had shades of times to do that. I think this is the question is that if it gets into a shootout of fucking pure no defense, which unfortunately as soon as you start to bet on defense or you're like, oh yeah, the defense is going to fucking show up that game. Yeah, taking the under. It's going to be like 47-42, like just shootout. I think Seattle's got enough in the chamber for them to really outlast.
I think they could outshoot,
outlast Drake May. Even though again, Drake May, great quarterback. I just think Sam Darnold has that potential to throw those 4 or 5 touchdowns. Just feeling it. I mean, also you got JSN. He's a fucking best receiver in football. I don't know how many times that happens where the best receiver in football makes it to the big game, and then honestly also has a big game. Have those fucking duds.
I just hope they get him moving. I hope they use him in different packages rather than putting him out there on an island where he's just right next to the sideline. I hope they bring him into the slot or get him moving on some motion. I want him to be mobile as shit because now you have to tailor your defense around that.
Yeah, I mean, did you see that play? Probably not, but you had literally as you're talking about JSN moving in motion to the backfield. He runs a halfback zone route. Halfback red zone route where it kind of goes out, up, and then to the flag. Not flag, yeah, whatever it's called. It's literally he's running the plays out of any position possible, throw him wherever. He's that.
That's what I'm saying. I think they
guy.
need to utilize that same mentality. Get him moving, get him uncomfortable in the defense.
No, I'm saying they do that throughout the playoffs. It's just
good. I hope they continue. I guess
that, and then you also have a running game that does well. This is why. I'm just going with Seattle as the right favorite, and I don't think there's any buffoonery going on here. I think they'll take them down.
Jose also mentioned Seattle not have the home field advantage is going to be a factor. I think that's a big factor. I think when they win, they're like one of the
12th man, sure,
best teams at home, neutral site. I think.
Do you think that Seattle fans don't travel well?
And they don't even have to travel that far.
You know who does travel well? The fucking Bears fans.
I just think when I used to bet during the year games and it was okay, Seattle home or not, that was a big factor in my pick. It's
okay,
Seattle's home, I'm probably going to pick them, and I'm going to be confident picking them. If they're away, I'm probably not going to pick them, or depending on who they're playing. If it's like a pick them, like I don't know, because just like their home roads, I don't know. I feel like they're just.
I
way better at
get
home.
you're playing into the factors. I mean, did you hear that ridiculous thing about wherever the 49ers home? It used to be Candlestick. Now it's something called something else. But like the substation is feeding electricity. There's this story that they thought that's why all these injuries are happening at like the new 49ers because it's built near a substation, or Candlestick was built near a substation.
No, that's an interesting
Crazy.
little.
It's absolutely insane that somebody's like, it might be the substation. No, people just
Probably no science to
people tear their
substantiate that.
ACLs all the time.
I think going away from
It
natural,
just does.
no, going away from natural grass.
That's a Joe Dirt quote.
That hurts. I think we should reintroduce
I told
grass.
you guys I watched that at work. I enjoyed it. It was awesome.
Nice.
Joe Dirt.
I was surprised how much I liked it. Actually, like,
See, there you go.
It was funny.
Okay. Solid win for Joe Dirt.
Love it.
All right, so wrap up on the Super Bowl. I mean, anything final to mention? It's kind of also a game where I'm like, I would like to see a good game, but if I miss part of it, I probably wouldn't be.
Here
I'm
we
gonna
go.
be working, so I don't care.
I'll do this.
I wouldn't be-
Here's the line. 3. I'm going to just do a solid 3. 3 turnovers collectively throughout the game. Over under.
Over.
You think there's going to be more than 3?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just fucking
It's-
throw a guess out, man.
Sure.
For
over,
fun.
I don't know.
I
There
think
you
there'll
go.
be exactly 3. I'm going to
Exactly
go on
3?
the line.
I mean, again, it could be a very high turnover game. I think Drake May turned the ball over a
Drake
shitload
May has
last,
been turning it over a lot in the postseason,
yeah.
so we'll see.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm good on sports.
I'm good on
tapped
it.
out. There's a lot of other trades as we're kind of seeing with this stuff, but like to report on it, I think the one thing I just want to mention is like I think the Wizards could be the dumbest franchise in the history. They trade for Anthony Davis, who's played 29 games over the last 2
Gave him
years.
2 first-round picks.
And gave him 2 first. I just am like,
Woo!
it's
Why?
crazy. It's unbelievably crazy.
I don't know.
move.
He's gonna have a few games and be out for the rest of the season.
I don't get it. It's not like they're a contending team. And it's like, okay, now we got our last piece or something.
Building for the future, apparently.
I mean, granted, I guess maybe they're thinking like, oh, the East is down or something, so we can have a run because there's no Tatum, no Halliburton. It's kind of wide open, maybe. But again, this year though, he's still hurt, so I don't really see it. It
Makes
doesn't make
no
sense.
No sense. Sorry, I just want to mention that. But there's a bunch of other. Ivica Zubac to the Pacers.
Harden went to the Cavs
Harden
for
went to
Garland.
Cavs.
Oh, he's on the Cavs now? No shit. All right.
Yeah.
Just some moves in the league. I wasn't too.
Giannis didn't go anywhere.
I wasn't too crazy about like all of them. They didn't move the needle for me so much.
Kuminga went to the Hawks for Porzingis,
I
and they
don't-
gave up someone else with Kuminga. What the hell?
Yeah, but the other guy wasn't. No,
But Porzingis is the worst of the player in the deal. Kuminga is probably the best player in the deal. I mean, I know they want to get rid of him because
I mean, that's
their whole situation, but still, it's surprising.
It's diva behavior, and I don't stand
Again,
for it. Hate it.
Diva behavior.
It's so
I love it.
diva.
That is a good
we
one.
could have got Kuminga. Maybe why can't we trade Kobe White for Kuminga? That was like rumored a long
I
time
think
ago.
Kuminga wanted to play, but there was a thing where his injury, like he was like, I don't feel like I want to play, and they were like, nah, you're coming in, and he's like, I'm not comfortable with this. He sat out or something. He played a little bit because Jimmy Butler just tore his ACL, but
No,
then
Steve Kerr didn't want to play him.
but it's also it's the coaching of that too. It's like Kuminga, if he was like, yo, jump in and play, he got suspended for something like conduct detrimental to the team, I think, for like a game or something. So like there's weird inner team problems that it's like if he plays, I'm sure he could do great, but you got to be on
It's
the
a whole
court for me
can of
to
worms for
believe
the
in
other
the
stuff.
product.
Well, again, if we're just getting rid of Kobe White, why don't you get rid of him for him? You might as well take a shot at a flyer.
I mean,
Right.
Ryan, you're nailing it on the head. Is like take that shot, man.
I mean,
You miss
he's better
what is
than
it?
Colin Sexton. I don't get me wrong, Colin Sexton. That's nice to see what he can do. But
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Gretzky.
Gretzky,
Michael Scott,
Michael
Wayne
Scott.
Gretzky.
Michael Scott.
yeah.
or Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. Quote of the quote. Such a great fucking show.
Yep.
Let's not take any more time. Let's get Dunzo with part 1.
Yep.
We'll go into part 2.
Part 2
This
coming
is
up.
Bobby's
Yep.
movie.
We got The Devil's Advocate, 1997. This is a classic. I hope you guys stick around for part 2.